Funding for Shaperillis is provided by
Grammarly, the sponsor of today's video. So, a couple of months back, DreamWorks unveiled the new logo that's going to be featured at the beginning of all their films going forward. And people were kinda mixed on it. Some people thought it was too busy and too focused on brand recognition compared to the simplicity of the original logo. Valid concerns, no doubt. Then there were people who were upset because they thought it was ripping off the MCU logo, and that this was yet another indication of how the MCU is killing cinema. Look, it's perfectly valid to hate the MCU, but sometimes I feel like the obsessive haters are more annoying than the people who obsessively love it. Anyway, I didn't really have an opinion on it yet. It was a cute little animation, but I didn't want to judge it as an opening logo until I actually saw it in front of a DreamWorks film. But before I talk about that experience, let's take a look at the logo as is. We got the DreamWorks boy, okay, that's a good start. Then the music swells as he starts flying through the sky and seeing various characters from previous DreamWorks films. The bad guys, Toothless, Poe, Boss Baby, Troll Lady from Trolls, and Shrek, Donkey, and Fiona at the end, before he finally returns to his usual spot in the sky and you hear the usual DreamWorks music. Now, obviously this is a real who invited my man Blood bro think he on the team moment regarding Poppy and the Boss Baby, as a lot of people complained about them being a part of the logo. Why them and not Megamind, or Moses, or Oscar Sharktail? Look, I'm not defending them being here as a creative choice, but like it or not, Trolls and Boss Baby are now ongoing DreamWorks franchises that make them a lot of money. So we just have to live with the fact that it's perfectly understandable why DreamWorks would want to put them in their logos. Plus, it later came out in an article that every aspect of the logo, besides Shrek at the end, is interchangeable and can be replaced with other DreamWorks properties in future iterations of the logo. That's a decent way to keep it fresh and to satiate fans of some of the less commercially successful DreamWorks franchises. One day over the hedge. One day I'll see you again. Truth be told, as much as I would have loved to see some of the more cult classic characters in this logo, I think the only real notable omission in terms of DreamWorks' most successful brands is Madagascar. Like, come on, how you not gonna have the penguins here at least? But yeah, overall, a fine selection of characters to use, and I like the animation and how the music complements it. It's a very cute intro. But then we get to my main issue with it. And I'll tell you that issue after a quick word from our new sponsor, Grammarly. Do you write a lot? Because I sure do. I mean, the script for my Disney ranking was 44 pages. Why do I do this to myself? But even if you don't have a writing job, you probably communicate with team members pretty often. And it's crucial to avoid miscommunication and build strong relationships to get things done more effectively. That's where Grammarly comes in. Grammarly Premium's confident tone suggestions ensure you come across as confident, capable, and sure, allowing professionals to build strong, productive relationships to get things done at work, and ensuring your tone is positive, solution-focused, and confident. With Grammarly's help, I was able to effectively communicate what exactly I needed from my editors in order to make my video project the way I wanted. When the stakes are high and you're crunched for time, writing to your colleagues can get misinterpreted easily when they don't understand your tone. Grammarly helps me find the right tone when requesting certain video edits in order to build and maintain solid relationships between me and my editing team. You can download Grammarly, which easily integrates into your daily life. It works where you work, such as Google Docs, Microsoft Word, etc., to ensure your tone is coming across the way you want it to. The right tone can move your projects forward with the help of Grammarly. Go to Grammarly.com/Rillis to sign up for an account, and if you'd like to level up your writing and tone, upgrade to Grammarly Premium for 20% off. Remember, that's Grammarly.com/Rillis. Anyway, back to my main issue with the new Dream Guy logo. I finally saw it in action when I saw Puss in Boots: The Last Wish. And big shock, this movie's amazing. It's inventive, funny, dark, emotional, expressive, an easy top 5 DreamWorks film. But with that said, don't you think a movie this special deserves to have its own special logo? Cause that's the thing. It's not like the old DreamWorks logo remained the exact same over the years. Some films depicted the simplicity of just the boy on the moon, but there are so many others that gave the logo a unique spin based on the movie you're currently watching. Some of them are simple changes, like for the first Shrek, the S at the end of DreamWorks and the beginning of SKG were changed to Shrek S's. Some of them were funny and featured terrible things happening to this poor boy, like in B Movie, where Barry causes him to fall out of the sky and steals his spot on the moon, or Madagascar 2, where the penguins knock him out and start fishing in his stead. These are charming as all hell, and they perfectly set the tone for the wacky movie you're about to see. Then there are some incredibly beautiful variations of the logo, like Rise of the Guardians, where the boy on the moon is changed to Jack Frost, and the music and aesthetic is appropriately changed as well, and it's just gorgeous. There's also the Kung Fu Panda logos. The first one features some sort of Kung Fu master racing up to the moon in this beautiful 2D aesthetic, and the second one serves as a tribute to Oogway. This is the only Kung Fu Panda movie where he doesn't appear, but acknowledging him in the opening logo is an amazing touch. And the art style they use here perfectly transitions into the intro of the film, which also uses the same art style. God, I can't wait to talk about this movie later this year, hopefully. You know what other DreamWorks movie has a beautiful variation on the logo? You're not gonna believe me when I say it. It's The Croods. Just the way this fire ember majestically illuminates the cave wall that has the logo on it. God, it's so pretty. The list of opening logo variations with so much personality goes on. There's just so many great ones. And now I think they might be over. Because now that every DreamWorks movie is gonna open with the same 30-second trip down memory lane, even if they do swap out the characters in between films, it just won't do the film that you're watching any favors. Can you imagine how cool a variation of the old logo would be that's themed around Puss in Boots: The Last Wish? You could do creative things with the animation and the frame rate. You could have Puss replace the DreamWorks boy. You could do so many neat things with what this movie gives you. But they can't, because this is the way every DreamWorks movie is gonna be now. Sure, you could say maybe they'll change the music up or make the boy a different character in future iterations of this new logo in order to tie into a new film. But like, that doesn't change the fact that the characters from other DreamWorks films will still be there, distracting from what the point of the movie you're about to watch is. Do you seriously think Kung Fu Panda 4 will have an opening logo that perfectly fits the tone of the movie as well as the first 3 opening logos did, when it's probably gonna have Boss Baby in it mugging the camera? No. The answer is absolutely not. Look, DreamWorks may be at the beginning of a creative renaissance. Puss in Boots: The Last Wish is one of the most stylish, ambitious, expertly crafted films they've ever made. And the bad guys has plenty of fans, with more people than ever being overwhelmingly excited about the future of DreamWorks. Is it really the best idea to open new movies with a logo dedicated to glorifying the past? Oh well, at least it's better than Illumination opening literally every one of their films with minions. It could be worse, but it could be better. Good night, Tri-State Area. And DreamWorks, don't fuck up Kung Fu Panda 4.